Hey there, guys, it's me, Eli. We're gonna go ahead and talk about another forgetful game that never gets a reboot. Mr. Bones for the Sega Saturn, only on that system, from 1996, by Sega. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The story is plain and simple. There's this evil overlord that controls all the living dead skeleton people and uses his machine to do his bidding. And this game did came out in 1996, so the CGI and everything were quite expensive. They didn't have the budget to make them look that interestingly great. So he brings the dead to life. Ones are plainly evil with red eyes. Also, he plays the drums. Drums of war. However, for one, Skeleton has blue eyes and he's good. And he doesn't know what's going on until the evil lord notices that one of them are not mind-controlled it. And this is how the game begins. And you get chased by millions of skeletons out to get you. And I like the tile Mr. Bones on the top side. Also, every time you take damage, he'll lose a bit of his limbs, a bit of his skeleton body parts, his legs, his torso, his arms, and most likely his skull. Kind of like the game Crash Dummies. Except this game is actually not half bad for its 3D low quality graphics. Next stage, you have to avoid all the skeletons as you trying to touch you, and you have to use your powers to fight them off. Also, lose all your health, you get a game over, seeing Mr. Bones becomes one of them evil red-eyed skeletons. And to base everything up, you're just a skeleton that comes back to life, and you're just there trying to survive. Everything trying to kill them. Basic platforming gameplay. And you don't have to do any collectibles. Thank freaking goodness. Like any platforming game out there, or you just go to point A to point B, beginning towards the end. Sure, you can find keys, because he's a skeleton, and there has to be skeleton keys. Okay, that pun aside. This is basically the entirety of the game. CGI skeletons and live action people. And this guy is blind. If you want to see the cutscenes, you might have to watch it all to yourself. And you can play the guitar by making the skeletons are evil good. Just make sure you don't mess up by pressing the right buttons. mess up and they'll throw all their bones right at you. Not a good way. Music's actually not half bad for a game name from the 90s. There are some music in this game, but sometimes they'll be downright too quiet at most parts. I wish this character had his own trilogy of other games. But unfortunately, this is the only game he got nearly 20 years later. But even there was this skeleton, and that at all, besides, it's a basic platforming to every video game character you've seen from the early 80s and 90s. And you'll go to different levels. Sure, there'll be like a bit of chasing here and there. But I actually like Mr. Bones because he sure has a good rhythm to him. I'm playing music and drums and other things. And this is actually not half bad. Sure, people on the internet probably reviewed this game before, or including myself now. Well, to this game's graphics, it actually looks alright. All I can say is Mr. Bones is actually worth playing and through. Good gameplay. The graphics on here look alright. Just make sure you got a save file to save this game so you won't be doing the progress again. And it does have like sense of humor in it, creating the small people you have to protect from the creatures that wants them eaten. But to wrap this all up quickly, you get to the final battle. That you have to avoid all these deadly traps. And fight the final boss, which is basically not this guy you'll be fighting, but another evil skeleton. A perfect rating. Anyways, the game comes to an end with our villain and getting what he deserves. And he talks a little too long. And since he's a vampire, and you pretty much know what happens to vampires that step into the sunlight. They burst into flames, baby! And he's dead. Nope. I love how he just broke the fourth wall there. Anyways, the game finally comes to an end. I'm wrapping it up by playing the drums, man. And a mysterious woman suddenly appears. Sure, why not? And that was Mr. Bones. Gotta admit, I actually like this guy. And the gameplay actually looks pretty fun. Even though I got Sega Saturn, I never played Mr. Bones, but it actually looks like a pretty interesting platforming game to enjoy. I might actually see about this game, and if I ever find it somewhere cheap, it might be worth playing. So all I know is, it's actually a pretty good game. It does have some funny humorness in it. All I can say is I can give this game a 7 out of 10. Even though it has low quality animation, and this game deserves to be remastered in the near future. So I can say, you get the idea. Leave a like and subscribe, folks. I'll probably talk about another forgotten and hidden gem video games. See you around!